Imagine a challenge, a huge one, hitting almost every major industry right here in the U.S. We're talking about something silently draining. Well, an estimated $2.4 trillion in lost productivity every year. Now, this isn't some future prediction. It's the actual cost, right now, of America's skills gap. A staggering 87% of companies say they're struggling to find the qualified workers they need. So today, we're going to do a deep dive into a really innovative approach that's trying to tackle this head-on. It's called the Workforce Innovation Triangle, developed by Eon Reality. And the core idea is this groundbreaking three-way partnership. Think of it like a team effort between universities, industry, and this cutting-edge spatial AI technology. Our mission for this deep dive is to really unpack what this crisis looks like, explore how this triangle, this partnership, aims to bridge those gaps, and consider what it could all mean for the future of work and education nationwide.
It's fascinating, isn't it? The sheer scale of the problem. I mean, this isn't just hitting a few niche sectors. It's systemic. It really affects our national competitiveness and individual opportunities, too. And as we get into it, you'll see the proposed solution is quite clever. It connects the dots between resources we already have but maybe aren't using fully, like in universities, and the urgent needs industry has right now. It creates this really synergistic effect.
Okay, let's pull back the curtain then. Because the numbers, well, they're pretty compelling, maybe even a bit staggering. McKinsey Global Institute estimates, like we said, over $2.4 trillion lost.
Yeah.
But what does that feel like, on the ground?
Right, it's not just an abstract number.
Exactly. It translates into real, tangible shortages in some of our most critical areas, like take manufacturing. Right now, 2.1 million unfilled positions. Think about that.
Wow.
Yeah, and nearly three-quarters, 77% of manufacturers, say they just can't find the skilled people they need. How do you grow? How do you innovate?
You really can't, not effectively.
And looking ahead, healthcare. By 2030, a projected 1.9 million worker shortage in key technical and clinical roles. That's a huge concern for public health.
Absolutely. Access to care, quality of care, it all hinges on having the people.
And it doesn't stop there. Think about the big projects like the clean energy transition, modernizing infrastructure that needs 1.3 million workers. Cybersecurity, vital for national competitiveness. 1.2 million specialists needed.
And growing fast.
Right. And then electric vehicles, autonomous systems. Those booming areas need 900,000 people. These aren't just job openings, they're bottlenecks. They're slowing things down.
Which brings up that critical question, why now? Why is this gap so wide, seemingly all of a sudden? The sources we looked at describe it as a kind of perfect storm, multiple challenges hitting at once.
Okay.
So on one side, you have universities. Traditionally, they're the talent engine, right? But they're facing, well, a pretty significant financial crunch. We're seeing enrollment down maybe 15%, plus huge state funding cuts, like $12 billion. Huge. Yeah. So they end up with these amazing facilities, labs, classrooms, and world-class faculty, but they're underutilized, resources just sitting there, in a way.
Right.
Then on the other side, you've got industry. They're spending a fortune, sometimes $500,000 to $2 million per program on traditional training.
Okay. Well, what's the problem with that traditional training?
Well, it's slow. Usually it takes 12, maybe 18 months to get someone fully competent in a technical role.
That's a long time.
It is. And it's not very scalable. You can't just suddenly train thousands more people easily. Plus, it's often tied to specific locations, travel, facilities. It's constrained. So if you connect that to the bigger picture, you see these traditional systems just aren't keeping pace. They weren't built for the speed and scale of today's economy and tech changes. They're struggling to adapt.
Okay, so that paints a clear picture of the problem, a big problem. Now, let's get into the solution, this workforce innovation triangle. What exactly is it? At its core, like we mentioned, it's this strategic three-way partnership. And it's designed not just to fill the skills gap, but to create a system that's scalable, sustainable.
And crucially, generates revenue for everyone involved. It's designed to be a win-win-win.
Exactly. So let's break down the three sides of this triangle. How does each piece work? First up, universities.
Okay.
They bring their facilities, those labs and classrooms that might be underused, plus their expert faculty, and importantly, their ability to grant credentials, certifications.
Right, the validation piece.
And this isn't just charity work for them. It's a new income stream. Could be $200,000 to $1.2 million a year from renting facilities, faculty consulting, running certification programs. Plus, and this is key, it opens doors for big federal grants that often require these kinds of industry partnerships.
That's a huge incentive.
Okay, second side, industry investment. What do companies bring?
Well, they bring the demand, they provide the workforce development contracts, sometimes equipment partnerships, and very importantly, hiring commitments. They're saying, train people with these skills and we'll hire them.
And the benefit for them?
Big cost savings. They get skilled workers, but the cost is maybe 60–70% less than their usual internal training programs. That's huge value, potentially $500,000 to $3 million saved annually for a major partner.
Okay, so universities bring space and expertise. Industry brings demand and jobs. What's the third piece?
The technology engine. That's EO and Reality's Spatial AI platform.
Spatial AI. Unpack that a little.
Think of it as merging AI with interactive 3D environments. It uses advanced virtual reality, augmented reality, XR, combined with artificial intelligence to create these incredibly immersive, hands-on training experiences, not just watching, but doing.
Got it. And this platform, it's the backbone.
Precisely. It enables much faster learning. The data suggests 75% faster skill development, and the knowledge sticks better, like 85% better retention than old school methods. And yes, it's also a business model component. Eon Reality generates revenue through licensing the tech, developing specific training content, and providing support. Maybe $300,000 to $1.5 million annually per implementation.
So each partner solves a problem they have.
Exactly. Universities get revenue and relevance, industry gets talent faster and cheaper, and the technology platform makes it all possible, driving those efficiency gains. It's not just filling a gap, it's building this collaborative ecosystem. It's pretty elegant, really.
And this isn't just theory, right? You mentioned it's actually happening.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The sources show it's being implemented right now across different sectors, customized for each industry's needs, but using that same core structure and tech platform, it's out there working.
Okay, let's talk examples. Make it concrete.
Sure, take the energy sector. You've got universities with good engineering programs partnering with utility companies, renewable energy firms.
What are they training for?
Critical stuff. High voltage safety, maintaining complex grid equipment, skills for grid modernization, things needed for the future of energy. And these regional energy triangles, they're generating significant value, maybe $15 million to $25 million annually.
Okay, 15 to 25 million. What about other sectors?
Look at manufacturing, engineering labs, tech programs working with big players in automotive, aerospace, industrial equipment.
Training for?
Industry 4.0 skills. That means integrating AI, IoT, robotics on the factory floor, operating those robots, advanced quality control, really modern manufacturing skills.
And the impacts there?
Even bigger, potentially.
Oh.
Around $20 million to $40 million annually for one regional implementation.
40 million? Wow. Okay, one more.
Healthcare, health science programs, simulation labs partnering with hospitals, medical device companies.
Makes sense. Training
While operating complex medical devices, patient care best practices, navigating all the regulatory compliance, crucial for quality healthcare. And these healthcare triangles are also generating substantial value, maybe $18 million to $35 million a year.
So different industries, different skills, but the same basic model.
Exactly. And the key enabler, the thing that makes this work so well across the board, is that spatial AI platform. It's not just about watching videos. It's immersive digital twin simulations, AI adjusting the training to your pace, ways to actually verify competency, things you just can't replicate easily with traditional methods.
That immersive part sounds key, like actually doing the job, but safely.
That's a huge part of it. Learning by doing, failing safely, getting instant feedback. It just wires the skills into your brain much more effectively than sitting in a lecture. It really transforms how people learn.
Okay, let's quantify that transformation. You mentioned faster learning, better retention. Let's compare the triangle model directly to traditional workforce development. What's the bottom line impact?
The differences are pretty stark, not just small improvements, but really transformative shifts.
All right, lay some before and after numbers on us.
Okay, first, time to competency. How long to get someone job ready in a technical role? Traditionally, about 18 months.
18 months, okay.
With the triangle model, just 7 months.
7. That's,
Yeah.
wow, that's a 61% reduction.
Yeah,
Less than half the time.
Exactly. Think about getting skilled workers on the job that much faster.
Huge. Okay, what about cost? You mentioned industry saves money.
Right. Training cost per participant. Traditional methods, including lost productivity, travel, equipment, etc., can run around $96,750 per person.
Nearly $100,000.
Yeah. The triangle model slashes that to about $32,958.
That's a 66% reduction. How?
Mainly by cutting travel, reducing the need for expensive physical equipment at every site, and just getting people skilled faster so less time is lost from work.
Makes sense. Now, the retention number you mentioned earlier,
Mm.
that was pretty eye-popping.
It really is. Knowledge retention. After 6 months, traditional classroom learning, people typically remember only about 20%.
20%. Not great.
No. With the immersive XR experiences in the triangle, retention jumps to 80%.
80. That's a 300% improvement.
300%, it just sticks. That
Yes.
active learning, the practice,
Hmm?
it makes a massive difference.
Okay, one more comparison. Scalability.
Right. Traditional training is limited. You need instructors, physical space, equipment. It bottlenecks quickly.
Mm.
The triangle, using this digital platform, offers almost unlimited scalability. You can deploy it across multiple locations instantly, reach way more people without those geographic limits.
So faster, cheaper, knowledge sticks better, and you can scale it up.
Pretty much sums it up. And this isn't just about making training slightly better. It's, like you said, a whole reimagining of the economics around workforce development. The sources point to that total economic impact, $15 million to $40 million a year for each regional triangle across all partners. That signals a really profound shift.
It implies a much more adaptable, cost-effective way to keep skills current.
Which is critical, right? With technology changing so fast, continuous learning isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. This model seems built for that.
And let's quickly recap the specific wins for each partner again. Universities.
They get new revenue streams, maybe $150K, $500K annually just from using their facilities, another $75K, $200 from faculty expertise, plus huge leverage for federal grants, potentially millions. It's a financial lifeline.
And industry.
Big savings, 60-70% on training costs, getting workers competent 50-65% faster, and fewer mistakes, 40-60% drop in skill-related errors. That boosts productivity, safety, and secures their talent pipeline.
It sounds like a model that aligns really well with bigger national goals, too. You mentioned federal grants.
Yes, and that's a crucial amplifier. The structure of this triangle, that university-industry partnership, is almost perfectly designed to tap into major federal funding streams.
How significant is that support?
We're talking serious money, like $3.2 billion a year from Department of Labor WIOA programs, which love these kinds of job-focused partnerships. Another $400 million annually from the Department of Energy for the clean energy workforce. And $200 million a year from Commerce for manufacturing initiatives.
So tapping into these funds, what does that do for the triangle?
It does a few key things. First, it lowers the financial risk for the industry partners, maybe by 25-50%. Second, it lets these programs scale up much faster, go national instead of just being regional. And third, it builds credibility and national recognition, making the whole thing more sustainable long-term. It's like pouring fuel on the fire in a good way.
So federal support boosts individual triangles.
Yeah.
But the sources also mention network effects. What does that mean here? How does one triangle help another?
This is where it gets really interesting. It's about the value increasing as the network itself grows.
Okay.
So imagine multiple triangles running across the country. First, you get cross-triangle mobility for workers. Skills learned in, say, a manufacturing triangle in Michigan are recognized by an aerospace triangle in California. It creates national career paths.
Got it. More opportunities for people.
Exactly. Then industry partners can share best practices across regions. Maybe automotive learns something from aerospace. They can build national supplier networks.
Collaboration across companies.
Yes. And universities can do multi-institutional research together, leveraging strength. The technology platform itself gets better as more people use it, more content is developed, more feedback comes in.
So it creates this positive feedback loop.
Precisely. It
Yeah.
builds momentum. Early adopters get significant advantages. The demonstrated success starts influencing government policy. And it creates a really robust, scalable model that's hard for others to copy quickly. It's a virtuous cycle.
Okay, so wrapping this up, we've covered a lot, from the massive $2.4 trillion skills gap to this innovative workforce innovation triangle solution. For you listening, maybe you're a student, a professional looking to upskill, maybe you're part of a university or a company facing these challenges. What's the big takeaway here? We've seen how this model, the synergy between universities, industry, and spatial AI, aims to tackle that huge skills gap. We talked about cutting training time dramatically, slashing costs, boosting retention by an incredible 300%, and creating new revenue for universities and value for industry.
It really presents a compelling vision for how we could do workforce development sustainably.
It feels like a practical answer to a really urgent problem.
I think so. Ultimately, what this deep dive shows us is, well, maybe a blueprint for the future, a future where learning isn't just faster or cheaper,
Yeah.
but also much more accessible, genuinely relevant to what employers need, and directly plugged into the real economy. It really challenges us, I think, to see collaboration and technology not just as add-ons, but as core parts of building a workforce that's resilient, competitive, and ready for constant change.
So as you think about all this, here's a final, maybe provocative thought to leave you with. In this era we're in, with technology changing everything so fast and these massive skills shortages holding us back, could this collaborative triangle model be more than just a training program? Could it be the fundamental framework we need to reshape not just how we train for jobs, but how we actually approach education, economic growth, and maybe even national prosperity on a much bigger scale?